Alright, you guys, so as you know, I just got back from Brazil. If you've been watching my channel, you will see that I literally just got back 1 week ago. I did lose my voice because I have really bad allergies coming back to California with this dry weather. Definitely irritated my sinuses, but we're here. So I wanted to do like a quick overall recap of my trip to Brazil. I will be doing like different parts depending on what people request, but this is just gonna be like an overall general thing about Brazil itself. So let's get started. So first and foremost, I stayed at the Pastania Hotel in Rio de Janeiro, and it was a nice hotel. I felt like it was big enough, and it felt like there were more of like a younger crowd there compared to the other people that were saying that their hotel had a lot of like older people, or it was more of like family oriented. But ours was a little bit of a mixture of everything. But overall, the hotel, the rooms, in my opinion, were a little small. But if it's just two people like it was for me in my particular room, then I feel like that's just the perfect amount of space that you need for two. And the bathroom was kind of cute. I did like the shower, I'm not gonna lie. I would also say that the staff was really nice, but if you're going to be eating your continental breakfast there every day, just know that they serve the same food for breakfast every single day. So you're going to have to find something that you like, that you can eat and tolerate in a sense, or you could just get breakfast somewhere else. But I didn't mind the omelets, which they make for you like behind the little window thing. Just have to request how you want your eggs and hope for the best, basically. Also, the hotel does have a rooftop pool, which gives you a good look over Rio and the beach, and it's just stunning in the morning or at night. It's really nice. So the beach is literally one step away, so you're gonna be able to have access to the pool or to the beach at any given time. And the food is good there too. The ones that we requested, when you buy like room service and stuff like that, the food was good. And the prices were really good too. Really good. Another thing is that taxis will definitely get over on you. By the time you get in the front seat or whatever seat you sit on in a taxi, they already boosted up like 7 reals, just FYI. And then when you confront them about it, because I did, well, they didn't really confront them, but I just kind of mentioned it because they didn't think that I've noticed. I'm a Virgo. I notice everything. They get upset, but it's okay. I get it. You got to hustle the way you can, whatever. I totally understand. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. So your best bet would be to get Uber, because if you have the app, you will directly see where you're going. It keeps track of you and your safety, of course, and it keeps the prices at exactly what it's supposed to be instead of getting price gouged, because a lot of times these taxis, what they'll do is they'll try to pretend they're showing you scenery or something like that, which is nice gesture. I understand. We got to hustle, right? But yeah, it can get pricey. Another thing is there's a lot of videos, if you go through TikTok and Instagram and all over the place, that they say to, be careful because there's a lot of people that are going to rob and steal from you and all that stuff. I'm not saying that that's not a thing, because I know for a fact that these videos, they can't all be fake. But while we were out there, we felt pretty much safe, but also we did stick around towards the beachy areas, Ipanema, Leblon, and Rio. And then we did, go to some excursions and stuff like that. And there's a lot of a lot of tourists there, a lot of foreigners. And of course, there's a lot of their locals there too. So I would say don't get comfortable, because once you get comfortable thinking like, oh yeah, we're safe, we're good, that's when they get you. Just letting you know. And that's for anywhere you go when you travel outside the country. Heck, I live in LA. You can't even have anything in LA. So don't let it scare you to think that you can't leave outside of the country because of things like that, because it happens down the street wherever you're at too. On the beach in Rio, for the most part, on the side of the sidewalk, not necessarily on the beach, you're going to see a lot of younger kids trying to sell like candies and snacks to try to make some money so that they can take back home. Just be patient with them. It is a little overwhelming at sometimes, but I've traveled to other places and they do this everywhere, and it's an actual job. So just be patient with them and have compassion. If you have something that you can give them towards it, then fine. If not, just what I was saying the whole time was now obrigado, which means no thank you. And just stay firm in that. That way they know like, okay, there's no like way of swaying type thing. And then when you get on the actual beach, you're going to see people selling like food and acai and bathing suits and stuff like that. And the same thing, if you're not interested, just let them know. But you will be getting asked multiple times every single day. So just be patient with these people. They're just trying to make a living, and just be kind. And mind you, there are a lot of police on the beach for the most part, especially because we went during Rio. So there was a lot of police coverage, sitting on the top of the beach, like little housing things. And there's a lot of them just sitting in their car. But like I said, don't get comfortable. And yeah, this happens all the beaches. By the way, the hustling is in Ipanema. It's everywhere you go. So just keep that in mind. Also, I just want to slide in there that you're going to be showering about 3 times a day, literally, because we just got back last week and we showered literally like 3 times a day, if that or even more. So whatever you think you're going to pack more. Pack more. Bring a lot more bathing suits and a lot more comfortable clothes and less focus on the dressy clothes because honestly, you're not really going to use those because it is hot. And you're not going to want... Don't nobody got time for that. So just pack some comfy stuff, bathing suits, and a lot of undergarments because you're going to need it. Also, just Sugarloaf, Christ the Redeemer, the hiking, and the piedra and all that stuff, and Pedro de Sal, all that stuff. You don't need a tour guide, by the way. Now, if you want to have one because you're with your family, and you guys want to just, do that route, then that's fine. But for the most part, a little Uber, drop off at the point, and just do your own thing. And that way you don't have to rush where there's like a tour guide telling you have 40 minutes to be at one spot or whatever. So you can literally do these things without a tour guide. Like I said, just know how much you're paying, bring the amount of money that you need to bring. Not anything too much extra because they take Apple Pay and they take credit cards, but you kind of want to not carry so much valuable stuff on you. But yeah, a lot of these things you could do by yourself and you do not need a tour guide. So just FYI. Another thing is that Brazil is literally a party place that does not sleep. I don't want to hear anything about Vegas and other places that don't sleep, Ibiza, whatever. Brazil is literally a place that does not sleep. These people, clubs open at 12 and no one's there before 2 o'clock a.m. No one's there. People start showing up at 2, 3 in the morning. Literally. And they finish at 7. Music don't start cracking until about 3 in the morning. So if you're there anywhere before 1 o'clock a.m., just know you might as well start setting up the tables and helping clean up and set up the bar. Because you're going to be the only one there besides the employees. Just letting you know. The food it was okay. I'm not a red meat type of person, but they had a lot of steak, a lot of fogo de chao. If you guys want to try it directly from Brazilian cuisine, you want to try it while you're out there. There's a lot of locations of them. There's a lot of red meat, a lot of steak, and a lot of french fries out there. So if that's not part of your diet, you're definitely going to have to search around and find what else you can get. Yeah, there's fish and everything else too, but it comes with french fries. So you might as well find a place, and when you find a place that you really like the food, just keep frequenting it because it's going to be very seldom that you're not going to find the same type of food everywhere, if that does make sense. So yeah. And Pedro de Sal is a super cool vibe. You can go there and everybody's just blasting out music and drinking and having a good time. And caipirinhas is everything. You can say you have a headache and the Brazilians are going to say a caipirinha. I would ask for a fruit, for crying out loud, and they'd be like, why you need a fruit for? You can have a caipirinha. Here's some lemons in there, boom, and there's your fruit. Caipirinha is everything. Everywhere you go, it's a caipirinha. You can say, oh, you know what, I feel tired. They're like, you know what, I fix that? A caipirinha. And literally, because they're only $2 a piece, you're just your teeth are kind of disintegrated with all the citruses in it. And no offense, it's really good, and you can get it in different flavors too. But caipirinha seems to be the cure-all, be-all in Brazil, so definitely make sure you try every flavor and bring some Sensodyne because your teeth are gonna be paying for it for sure. And last but not least, Rio de Janeiro it's a LGBTQ community. It's basically like West Hollywood out here in California. So if you've never been to West Hollywood, just know that that's just how it is. It's very similar. I think this basically considered the part of West Hollywood of Brazil. And then you'll have Ipanema, which I would consider it more of a Malibu kind of thing. And Leblon would be a Beverly Hills type of thing or Palisades, you know what I mean? So yeah, if that's something that you're comfortable with, even if you're not comfortable with it, it doesn't matter. But that's just what I'm saying is that is very much so what Rio's all about. So yeah. Find yourself a best friend or a boo and enjoy yourself. Have fun. Be safe. And wear sunscreen. As you can see the forehead here. Yeah. Just wear sunscreen. So, yeah. Have fun in Brazil. See you guys next time. Bye.